My great senior brother wants to literally flay me alive for this junior sister. The 10-year delayed drama finally kicks off. Congrats host, binding successful. After an awkward silence, it sounded a little unsure. Wait, did it just bind to the wrong person? Your girl was barely breathing. Like, who cares if it's wrong? Can we, save me first? My great senior brother's sword was literally pressed to my throat. Next up, our master was absolutely seething, ready to avenge him. Next up, I just stood there, kinda dumbfounded, staring at the golden gleaming sword in his hand. System, where did you even come from? The system scoffed. I came from Nanchin. Our junior sister failed her third breakthrough, damaging her immortal bone. The elder said that on the day of her cultivation path, she packed up her things all night to run away, but was still caught by great senior brother. He held his longsword, his face cold as ice. Fu Yao, you must already know about Ru Er's situation, right? Our junior sister suffered an early injury. You have to save her. And with what am I supposed to save her, exactly? Great senior brother was silent for a moment. A flawless, immortal bone. Hearing that, I just wanted to laugh, so I asked him back. Senior brother, you also have an immortal bone. Why don't you save her? He didn't say anything, just stared intently at me. Of course, because there's only one immortal bone piece. If it's given to the junior sister, then he won't have it anymore. So, this sacrificial lamb, that's me. I tried to negotiate with him. Can't we, think of another way? Great senior brother swung his whip, binding me super tight. Nope. I was tied up in the center of the Immortal Chi formation, right in the sect's main hall. Below the high platform were my masters, the elders, and even my junior brothers and that junior sister from our sect. Great senior brother, long sword in hand. Fu Yao, he droned, as a senior sister, sacrificing your small self for the greater good is enlightenment you should possess. His voice was utterly calm, not a ripple of emotion. I thrashed, my iron chains clanging like crazy. Sacrifice your mother-freaking self. Whispers erupted from below the platform, but were quickly silenced by our master's cold hemph. Our junior sister, looking all pale and sickly, was being supported by another female disciple at the front of the crowd. Great senior brother, maybe, just stop? It's just my bad luck. If I hadn't met the heavenly tribulation during my breakthrough, I surely would have succeeded. Our junior sister has outstanding talent. She's a genius who, at a young age, already broke through to late-stage chi condensation. If it weren't for the heavenly tribulation this time, she might have become the youngest person to reach the grand perfection stage of chi condensation. She is the hope of our sect. And me? I'm a person too. You can't just strip me of my right to cultivate just because my talent isn't enough, right? Your girl seriously just wanted to throw her head back and cackle at the sky. I've been transmigrated to this garbage place for 20 whole years. A full 20 years. I diligently cultivated techniques, revered my master and the elders, and even cared for my junior brothers and junior sisters. Even the spirit beasts in the back mountain were pampered like royalty. Just in case the plot decided to plot twist on me, these guys could be my human shields. Save your life? Actually? But the moment that little martial sister breathes, she starts draining me dry. The rare herb I risked my life for in the Forbidden Zone, poof, silently ended up in her hands. The very sword I forged for 5 years in the sword sect? Master just casually goes, oh, you're all disciples, give it to her. And poof, hers too. My 3 years of hard-earned merits from mountain training came back to find it, all credited to that little martial sister. Seriously, WTF? I knew she was the female lead, and I was just the cannon fodder side character. But does a side character not deserve human rights? I hate it here. Our little martial sister then started to leak tears. And of course, that look just made everyone want to protect her even more. Second senior sister, please, you have to help our little martial sister. Yeah, senior sister, you've always been the one who doted on her the most. It's just a little bone scraping. You won't even die. Master and everyone will protect your life. Promise. My mouth was sealed by first senior brother. I couldn't curse them out, or else I'd be visiting every single one of their ancestors for 18 generations. First senior brother didn't say another word. He raised his long sword, aiming straight for my spine. Just then, an electronic voice suddenly echoed in my mind. Beep beep, system connecting. Initiating binding sequence now. Hearing that, I almost burst into tears from sheer excitement. I told you, your girl is a transmigrator. How could I not have a system? See, my golden finger finally decided to show up. Congratulations, host, you have successfully bound. The voice paused for a beat, as if glitching. Error code 37. Abnormal energy fluctuation detected. After a moment of dead silence, it sounded a little hesitant. Wait, did I just bind to the wrong host? Bound to the wrong host? Excuse me? The sword blade slicing through my back robes and that bone-chilling cold immediately yanked my brain back to reality. Screw whether it's the wrong host or not. Can you maybe save me first? The very next second, A massive surge of power erupted from my dantian. In a flash, a long sword, the Mingyue sword, suddenly appeared in my hand. It resonated through the heavens, its blade shimmering with golden light. First senior brother was instantly yeeted away by this power surge. He slammed hard into a stone pillar, spitting out a mouthful of fresh blood, and the entire place went dead silent. Master's face instantly went pale. Rebellious disciple! Without another word, his golden core stage pressure immediately came crashing down on me. Instinctively, I raised my long sword to block. Everyone just saw a flash before their eyes. Master followed first senior brother's lead and went flying backward, then promptly crashed straight into me. I stood there, sword in hand, amidst the rubble, absolutely dumbfounded. Okay, but like that was strong. System, where did you even come from? I casually asked the system. It let out a cold huff, its voice brimming with an unspoken arrogance. Wait, is this Nanchin? The type who's invincible at his own level and power levels up like he's hacking the system? Okay, that explains a lot. As rocks tumbled down, the elders rushed over, pulling senior brother and master from where they were stuck between rock pillars and walls. Master's robes were shredded, his hat askew, and his face was twisted in a grimace. You rebellious wretch. What kind of demonic sword is this? Senior brother, his mouth full of blood, looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. What dark arts have you been cultivating? Seriously though, when the main character gets OP, it's natural genius, but when I do it, it's demonic cultivation? Who are you calling a demonic cultivator? I can't quite hear you over all that hypocrisy. No sword light, no rushing wind. The sword-testing stone, solid for hundreds of years, turned to dust without a sound. All the disciples fell silent like cicadas in winter. Amidst the stunned silence, a deeply dissatisfied female voice rang out. Second senior sister, how could you attack master and senior brother? Our girl furrowed her brow, glancing over. A tiny golden light shot from her hand, precisely smacking junior sister right in the face. Junior sister clutched her face, eyes wide with disbelief. Our queen smirked coldly. You were so busy talking smack about me that you forgot who you were talking to, huh? Senior brother's face flushed crimson with rage. How dare you lay a hand on Ru Nuer? Spirit energy exploded around him, burning his own life essence in a desperate frenzy. A blood-red sword, a long arc of destruction, plunged straight towards our girl's heart. This sword was clearly meant to end her. Bro, is he literally insane right now? Our queen literally just slapped his woman, that's it. As 10,000 feet of golden light surged, our girl was about to swing her sword, when the system suddenly spoke. Stop! A surge of dark light shot from her sleeve, growing with the wind, transforming into a massive cauldron hovering in midair. Its surface was covered in bizarre demonic runes. Kill him and absorb him into this. Senior brother's sword was barely 3 inches from her forehead. Our girl tilted her body, narrowly dodging the fatal blow. The golden sword instantly chopped downwards. Senior brother's agonizing scream echoed across the heavens. His soul essence was ripped from his body, twisting into a stream of light, and sucked into the cauldron. The entire space fell silent. Junior sister shrieked, rushing towards senior brother's lifeless body. You killed senior brother! You actually killed senior brother! You demon! Didn't he try to kill me first? Master struggled to get up, his body heavily injured. His eyes were bloodshot, his voice hoarse with grief. Fu Dao, you rebellious wretch, how dare you slaughter a fellow disciple? Senior brother was like his own flesh and blood, raised by his own hand. The best swords, the most precious elixirs, the most advanced cultivation manuals in the entire sect. Senior brother always got first pick. We only got the leftovers. For our girl to kill senior brother was like stabbing master right in the heart. Slaughtering fellow disciples, huh? Our queen repeated those words, finding them utterly ridiculous. Master, when he stripped my immortal bone, did he ever consider our fellow disciple bond? When he burned my vital essence, trying to take my life, did he ever think about slaughtering fellow disciples then? Impudent! Master roared. The sect leader's command token shot into the sky like a golden streak. Using the sect leader's authority, I commanded them to activate the Zhou Tian array. The traitorous disciple Fu Yao has embraced the demonic path, slaughtering her fellow sect members. She absolutely cannot leave this place alive. I clenched my fists, watching the once familiar faces, now united in fury, pull out their spiritual artifacts intent on pushing me to my death. Fine, if you all want to play dirty, don't blame me for getting my hands messy. Master stood at the center of the array, forming incantation seals, and activated it. A giant pillar of light descended from the heavens, aimed straight at my head. This attack? It's equivalent to a full power strike from a nascent soul cultivator. And me? I'm just a tiny little chi condensation scrub. Oh, they are really trying to take me out for good. I asked the system, can we even block this? The system let out a cold digital chuckle. Nascent soul and below, they're basically fodder. The next second, my soul-refining cauldron exploded, unleashing an absolute massacre. In just one night, the entire sect was wiped out. The thick, cloying stench of blood was so intense it almost solidified, making anyone want to hurl. The system clicked its metaphorical tongue and chimed in. Weren't female side characters supposed to just know how to fall in love? And aren't the villains usually saved for the grand finale? Host, did you just come from Nanshin or something? Yeesh. I just ignored its sass. My soul-refining cauldron had already devoured all their souls, but the bodies, well, they were still there. So I started sifting through the chaotic pile of remains. The system was baffled. What exactly are you doing now? Hello? Haven't you heard that? If you're gonna pull weeds, you gotta pull them out by the roots? The entire sect had a total of 1025 people. Subtracting me, that should be 1024 bodies. But no matter how timings I counted, I only found 1023. Someone dared to escape. It must be that junior sister. The system went silent for a moment, seemingly processing. A moment later, its voice sounded unusually heavy. No need to search any further. Her aura has completely vanished. I froze, standing ramrod straight. The mountain wind swept past, carrying the cloying smell of blood, and scattering a few burnt dry leaves. Of course, the main character just had to be the main character, managing to escape even that. As I was deep in thought, the system's voice suddenly cut through the silence. Host, someone's approaching. And host, you've just hit the jackpot. The incoming person is a freaking soul transformation cultivator. I gripped my sword and stood up, gazing towards the sect entrance. Through the lingering darkness, a figure in green, robes fluttering, glided in on the wind, making not a single sound. The overwhelming pressure of a soul transformation cultivator washed over the mountains like a tsunami, nearly suffocating me. But then, right beside him stood a familiar figure, the junior sister. The figure in green instantly appeared right in front of me. The newcomer was a young man, dressed in flowing green robes with a jade crown, his features incredibly refined and handsome. Our pretty boy has arrived. He glanced at the carnage all around, his gaze finally settling on me. And right beside him, the junior sister was staring daggers at me. Senior, it's her. That's the one. She slaughtered my entire sect, Senior. She killed my master and all my senior brothers. Her methods are utterly ruthless. She has truly fallen to the demonic path. If you help me kill her, The pressure from that god transformation cultivator hit me like a truck. My spiritual energy literally froze in my body. Cold sweat instantly soaked my back. System. Are you still alive, bestie? The system sounded a little peeved. Your current vessel is simply too weak. If I force an upgrade, you'll literally explode. So, I'm toast? Run. How TF am I supposed to run? This god transformation dude's divine sense has locked down the whole area. Even my breathing is under his control. The man in green robes stared intently at the soul-refining cauldron in my hand. Such extreme evil energy. Little girl, you've stumbled upon quite the opportunity. That little junior sister piped up, all hurried and eager. Senior, that's the very cauldron. She used it to kill everyone. The man flicked his hand, and the junior sister instantly shut her trap. He looked at me, saying indifferently, destroy your cultivation foundation, discard this cauldron, and I can allow your soul to enter reincarnation. His tone was calm, yet carried an undeniable bone-chilling authority. My knuckles went white as I clenched the hilt of my sword. System, find a way, please. After a long agonizing silence, the system slowly spoke. It's not that there isn't a way. The shop has a 9 revolutions reincarnation pill. Drink it, and your aura will vanish completely. Your living soul will be silenced. Even a god transformation expert won't detect you. My heart soared. Exchange it, now. Insufficient exchange points. My vision literally went dark. How much? 100,000 points. I stared at my empty points balance. A newbie can't get a starter pack or something? This system strictly adheres to the principle of equivalent exchange. No freebies here. Ch-ch. The man in green robes, seeing my silence, frowned. Don't want to? Before he even finished, an even more terrifying pressure, like mountains collapsing and seas roaring, crashed down. Senior, the junior sister chimed in. This demoness is stubborn and won't listen. Just soul search her directly and seize that evil cauldron. The junior sister's eyes flashed with pure, unadulterated glee. Soul search? Girl, I'd be deader than dead. Forget about reincarnation. I'd be permanently offline. I gritted my teeth, fresh blood trickling from the corner of my mouth. System, put it on my tab. Ding, debt successfully recorded. An ash-gray pill instantly materialized in my consciousness. At the same instant, the man in green robes raised his hand, an invisible colossal hand clamping around my throat, lifting me clean off the ground. If you won't choose, this venerable one will choose for you. Just as that terrifying pressure came crashing down. Okay, so she poured all her mental energy into grabbing that pill and yeet it right down her throat. Talk about commitment. The pill instantly dissolved, and just like that, our girl's life force just poof, gone in a flash. The grip on her neck finally loosened and she crumpled to the ground. Guess the mission was accomplished. She's dead, or so they think. Our junior sister was legit frozen for a sec, then rushed over, condensed some spiritual light on her fingertip, and poked our FL's forehead, checking for a pulse or just being extra. The spiritual light just vanished into her like it hit a black hole. Absolutely no reaction. Nada. Junior sister's voice was kinda weird, like, she's actually dead. Girl, you sound conflicted. The ML wannabe just dramatically flicked his sleeve, sucking up his soul-refining cauldron. Peace out, dude. Our work here is done. Let's bounce back to the mountain, he said. So casual for someone who just, well, you know.
Yep.
And just like that, they zipped away in a flash of light. Good riddance, TBH. The night wind howled like a banshee through the death trap mountain gate, and that metallic blood smell, yeah, it was still clinging to everything.
Gross.
Our girl was just chilling, feeling time tick by. Talk about a dramatic exit. That fancy 9-turn rebirth pill she swallowed, its effects are gonna last for a whole 12 hours. So, for all intents and purposes, she's basically a zombie. But plot twist, her consciousness is still kinda sorta hanging on by a thread. This feeling is worse than 1,000 paper cuts, okay? Actual agony. Who knows how long she was out, but by the time she registered anything, the horizon was already glowing with dawn. Ding alert, 9-turn rebirth pill effect duration. 1 hour remaining. The system chose violence. Host body reaching critical limits. Please evacuate this danger zone immediately and locate a safe space for recovery. Easier said than done, system. The system's very unhelpful advice just echoed through her barely there consciousness. Thanks for the heads up, fam. She somehow scraped together enough spiritual energy to wiggle her stiff AF fingers and slowly, painfully, grip the sword next to her. Go, girl, go. The sword gave a tiny tremble, like their connection was about to snap. Don't leave her, sword bro. She poured every last ounce of her will into pushing it forward. The long sword let out a silent, heartbroken oof that only she could feel. It lifted her up, dragging her body across the ground, clumsily flying them out of that cursed mountain gate. You go, sword. But it was slow, like super slow, and barely above the ground. The flying sword stumbled and tottered, weaving through mountain ranges and murky miasma swamps, before finally crashing into some gloomy mountain valley. Deep inside that valley, there was a natural cave, because of course there was. Our girl just lay there in that chilly cave, for what felt like forever. Maybe 3 days, maybe 3 months, who's counting? But thank the heavens, she finally came back to life. Resurrection arc, activate. Congratulations, host. Fake death escape successful. Congratulations, host. Fake death escape successful. The system's voice conveniently chimed in right on cue. Current accumulated points, negative 100,000. Wait, what? Our girl's like, I'd rather die for real this time. Okay, but how do I even earn points? She demanded. She was literally grinding her teeth, picturing punching the system right in its virtual face. Complete missions, slay high-level cultivators, and collect rare resources. Host. All exchangeable for points. Sounds like a video game. The system literally just finished talking when the ground beneath her feet suddenly gave way. Classic. And just like that, she was plummeting into some random underground space. Surprise! Amidst the chaotic dust cloud, a super thick wave of spiritual energy just slapped her in the face. What's this, a spa day? She coughed up some blood, looked up, and her pupils practically shrunk into oblivion. Deep in the cave, the walls were literally studded with glowing, self-illuminating spirit stones. We talking fancy. And on the ground, a shimmering, winding silver spiritual spring. Hello, treasure. The banks were bursting with all kinds of rare exotic herbs and plants that she couldn't even name. She hit the jackpot. Alerts. Earth vein spirit eye detected.
Alerts.
10,000-year innate mineral marrow detected. The system's alerts just kept coming, one after another, like a broken record player. And those points, they started doing a wild, chaotic dance on her interface. Our girl pushed herself up, throat dry as a desert, staring at her newfound wealth. This is it. This is literally Nanshin Sao's big The spirit spring is perfect for healing all her boo-boos. The system suggests our host prioritize collecting these babies. Our girl takes a deep breath, pulling out her spatial bag from her waist. 3 hours later, the entire cave was scraped clean, like spotless. Total points are now at a glorious positive 38, 7, and 60. Even the system seemed to freeze for a moment. She's that good. The system's all. Were you in the demolition business before this? Our girl gets all squeaky clean, then soaks herself in the spirit spring. Her cultivation realm shoots up from chi condensation layer 6, 7, 8, 9. And bam, she's at chi condensation great perfection. Then she just casually bought some more high items from the shop, breaking through to foundation establishment. By the time our girl leaves the cave, her cultivation realm is already at late foundation establishment. The system even offered a little praise, NGL. Not bad, it says. Stronger than your junior sister. Girl, after being showered with countless heavenly materials and earthly treasures, how could she not be strong? The biting mountain wind whips her face, and it's like a sharp, almost reborn kind of pain. The system huffs in her sea of consciousness, then suggests our host find a sect to lean on. Our girl frowns. Still looking? What if she gets exploited again? Like, completely stripped to the bone? The system, in a calm tone, states, sects can provide stable resources and shelter, which is crucial for the host's initial development. Our girl thinks of her mountain of accumulated points and reluctantly nods. All right, where to? The system goes silent for a moment, seemingly scanning. Head 3,000 miles to the east, the system finally says. There's the Wu Ji Dao sect, one of the 3 righteous path sects, abundant resources, suitable for the host's development. Our girl mounts her sword and flies up, her sword light tearing through the sky. 3 days later, the mountain gate of the Wu Ji Dao sect is right before her eyes. Through the misty fog, 72 mountain peaks pierce the sky like sharp swords. The mountain-protecting, grand formation pulses with an overwhelming, majestic pressure. This is definitely way grander than that run-down sect from before, period. A long line stretches before the mountain gate, filled with rogue cultivators and descendants of powerful families, all here to seek apprenticeship. Our girl blends into the back of the line, concealing her aura and lowering her cultivation to chi condensation great perfection. The line slowly moves forward. When it's her turn, the managing disciple doesn't even lift his head. Name, age, cultivation realm? Fu Yao, 20 years old, chi condensation great perfection. The managing disciple, who was recording, suddenly pauses, looks up at her, and a flicker of surprise appears in his eyes. Chi condensation great perfection at 20, among rogue cultivators, that's considered extraordinary talent. Have you cultivated any cultivation manuals before? Just some basic sword art, she replies. The managing disciple nods, then hands her a jade token. Go to the spirit testing platform. If you can light up 3 slots or more, you can enter the outer sect. The spirit testing platform is a massive black stone tablet, its surface smooth and shiny like a mirror. Our girl places her hand on it, slowly pouring in her spiritual energy. The first slot lights up with a white light. Second slot, third slot, fourth slot. The surrounding disciples start to whisper and chatter. The 5th slot lights up, that's already the standard for the inner sect. When the 6th slot lights up, even the elder in charge of the test opens his eyes. And then, the 7th slot. That's enough, the elder finally says. An elder suddenly spoke, his voice dripping with that golden core stage menace. What is your name? Our girl pulled her hand back, and the light on the testing stele faded. Disciple Fu Yao. The elder stroked his beard, eyeing her up and down. 7 spirit lights, not bad talent at all. Follow me, I'll take you to meet the sect master. Our girl bowed and followed, but deep down, a knot of unease tightened in her stomach. The elder led her through countless grand halls, finally stopping before a mist-shrouded mountain. Wait here, I'll go inform him. He stepped into the swirling mist, his figure vanishing from sight. Our girl stood before the mountain, the feeling of dread swelling in her chest. As she pondered, the mist suddenly parted, and a figure in azure robes descended upon the clouds. Azure robes, a jade crown, elegant features, and a dark command token hanging from his waist. This face. Our girl immediately opened her system store and bought a face-changing pill. This baby would give her a new look, but only for 12 hours. The person standing before her was the soul transformation cultivator, who stole her soul, refining cauldron, and took away her junior sister that fateful day. Wait, why is he the sect master of the Wu Ji Dao sect? The elder respectfully saluted. Sect master, this is Fu Yao. She showed 7 spirit lights on the testing platform. Her talent is exceptional. I've brought her specially. Please decide her fate, senior brother. Qingyan True Monarch looked at her, his gaze calm and unwavering, yet it felt like it could pierce through her skin and stare directly into her soul. Our girl maintained her poker face, bowing respectfully. Disciple Fu Yao greets the sect master. Qingyan True Monarch observed her for a moment, then spoke indifferently. 20 years old, perfect chi condensation, truly rare. From whom did you inherit your cultivation? A rogue cultivator. I just stumbled upon some fortuitous encounters. Our girl replied cautiously, every word measured. Are you willing to become my disciple? Our girl was stunned, and even the elder looked shocked. Sectmaster Senior Broth Qingyan True Monarch raised a hand, cutting him off. This woman has 7 spirit lights, a steady temperament, and an affinity with me. He looked at our girl. Are you willing? Willing? She wanted to summon her sword and yeet herself out of there, as far away from this walking death god as humanly possible. But under the spiritual sense of a soul transformation cultivator, one wrong move, and she'd be doomed for eternity. Disciple is willing. She heard her own voice come out dry and cracked. Qingyan True Montanarch nodded, waved his sleeve, and a jade token landed in her palm. From today you are my 9th true disciple. The apprenticeship ceremony will be held in 3 days. She clutched the jade token, her fingertips icy cold. Yes, master. The elder led her back to her new digs. He looked at her, his eyes full of admiration. Your luck truly is something. The sect master only accepts a disciple once every 100 years. The last time he took on a disciple was half a year ago, but this time, he's making an exception just for you. Wait, wasn't half a year ago when she met the junior sister who killed her? He didn't just accept that junior sister as his disciple, right? Back in her new residence, our girl finally couldn't. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Bro, you know this sect's head honcho is the very dude who offed me last time, and you're still dragging me here? Are you actively trying to get me unalived? The system's voice? Oh, it was just vibing, completely unbothered. But like, don't you have face-changing pills? Just buy one every single day, duh. Your girl almost pulled a classic spitting blood move, right there. 1,000 points per pill, you absolute menace. And the system? Still not giving a single flying F. Aren't points literally there to be spent? Okay, calm down, Satan. I'm calling it now. This system is 100% doing this on purpose, specifically to drain my measly point stash. The day of the master-apprentice ceremony dawned with a chef's kiss sunrise. The cloud sea before the boundless grand hall was serving pure drama, and 72 mountains rang their bells, echoing through the 9 heavens like a spiritual alarm clock. Our queen was rocking her brand new inner disciple fit, standing at the bottom of the white jade steps, looking up like a true main character. 8 figures were chilling in front of the hall. 7 dudes and 1 girl, aka True Master Qingyan's 8 true disciples. The last girl standing in a pale yellow dress with delicate features? Yep, that's the infamous junior sister. Our girl, poker face on, head slightly bowed, followed the internal affairs elder, stepping up those stone stairs like she owned them. And up high in the grand hall, sitting on his cloud platform like a king, was True Master Qingyan. Today he was rocking a light blue and white Daoist robe, with a jade crown in his hair, looking all immortal and serving serious Daoist daddy vibes. The internal affairs elder boomed out the sect rules, and once he was done, he turned to our FL. Fu Yao, forward march for your master-apprentice ceremony. Those 2 words, Fu Yao, hit the junior sister like a spiritual truck, making her stiffen up. Our FL stepped up, then knelt down for the traditional kowtow. Your disciple Fu Yao respectfully greets Master. True Master Qingyan just waved his hand, and a gentle waft of spiritual energy literally floated our girl back up. Casual flex, much? Now that you're under my wing, you gotta follow the rules and diligently cultivate the great Tao, capisci? He then gave a quick side-eye to the 8 disciples chillin' below. These 8, they're your senior siblings. Go learn a thing or two from them. Our girl went down the line, giving her intros. But when it got to the junior sister, sis looked like she'd seen a ghost, like pale AF. Once the ceremony wrapped, True Master Qingyan handed out the new disciple swag, a storage ring, a top-tier spirit sword, and a bottle of Foundation Establishment pills. Your cultivation is already peak chi condensation, so in the next few days, go into seclusion and hit that Foundation Establishment breakthrough.
Got it.
Our girl grabbed her gear and casually slid to the back of the line. Grand ceremony over, everyone disperse. Our FL barely stepped out of the boundless grand hall when a sweet, sickly voice called from behind, 9th junior sister, halt. The junior sister scurried forward, plastering on a sweet as sugar smile. New junior sister, how about your senior sister? Here shows you the way. Behind her, 2 more dude disciples, one in a blue robe serving major Ice King vibes. The other was a tall, bulky guy, arms crossed, giving our FL the classic sizing you up stare. Then, the system popped into her sea of consciousness with a heads up. Blue robe dude is 5th senior brother, late Foundation Establishment stage. Big guy is 6th senior brother, mid Foundation Establishment stage. The junior sister? She joined half a year ago, currently early Foundation Establishment. Looks like these are all the White Lotus girls simp squad. RFL, still rocking the poker face, gave a polite bow. How very thoughtful of senior sister. The junior sister then led our girl towards the disciple dorms. Along the way she was all, this is Mount whatever, that's peak hookers. But then they hit a super secluded mountain path. Junior sister stops, spins around, and that sweet smile? Poof, gone. Fu Yao. She stared straight into my soul, her voice barely a whisper. Who in the actual heck are you? The mountain winds howled, sweeping fallen leaves into a frenzy. I met her gaze, my voice calm as a cucumber. What's senior sister even talking about? Little junior sister let out a chilling sneer. Half a year ago, our sect was annihilated. Fu Yao died right in front of Master, her soul shattered to dust. And now, she's changed forms, becoming my former junior sister? She stepped closer, her eyes like daggers. Did you body snatch? Or did you borrow a corpse to revive your soul? My heart did a tiny little panic dance. She knew, but my face remained utterly blank. What are you even saying, senior sister? What sect got annihilated? Your disciple here grew up in Donghuang. This is my first time ever in Zhongzhou. Little junior sister stared at me for a long, long moment, then suddenly giggled, her expression turning sickly sweet. Perhaps I've mistaken you for someone else. She turned and continued walking forward, her tone suddenly cheerful. Don't mind me, junior sister. I just have an enemy who also goes by Fu Jiao. I followed her, silent, my heart doing a full-on drum solo. What a bummer. That's totally me. After that, Qingyan Zhenren went into seclusion, and my life officially turned into a dumpster fire. Little junior sister found new ways to annoy the heck out of me every single day. One day she'd spill my pills, the next she'd give me the wrong time so I'd miss a lecture, and then she'd toss my cultivation jade slips into a literal pile of trash. And the two senior brothers trailing her? Even worse. One was openly hostile, the other, a master of petty stealth attacks. If it wasn't for my trusty system, I would have been yeeted into the afterlife a million times over. I silently gritted my teeth. 30 years east of the river, 30 years west of the river. Don't you dare look down on the poor? My inner monologue was pure fire. I seized every single minute, every second, to cultivate and meditate, cultivate and meditate. With the system's help, my cultivation base rocketed faster than a meme going viral. I am so in love with my Shuangwen Southern Qin system. By the time little junior sister broke through to late foundation establishment, I was already golden core. When 5th senior brother and 6th senior brother finally hit golden core, I was already breaking through to nascent soul. 100 years flashed by in the blink of an eye. The day our daddy master emerged from seclusion, crimson clouds painted the sky, and 9 golden bells chimed. He sat on his cloud platform giving us all a quick once-over. His gaze finally landed on me, and he gave a subtle nod. Not bad. 100 years from perfected chi refinement to early golden core. Fu Jiao, you haven't disappointed this master. I bowed my head. Your disciple dares not accept such praise, master. Little junior sister stood beside me, her fingernails practically embedding themselves into her palm. She was currently at late foundation establishment, already a standout among her peers, but compared to me, she looked significantly less shiny. 5th senior brother and 6th senior brother had also reached mid-golden core. Now, standing behind her, they stared at me with gazes full of complicated emotions. Daddy Master bestowed pills and magic treasures, then lectured for 3 days straight. When it was all over, he kept me and little junior sister behind. Half a year later, the sect's grand competition began. He looked over at little junior sister. Ruer, you haven't been in the sect long. This grand competition is mostly for tempering yourself. Don't worry about rankings. Little junior sister bit her lip. This disciple understands, master. Then he looked at me. Fu Jiao, your cultivation progress is too fast. Your foundation might be a little unstable. This grand competition is just the perfect chance to solidify my... Exiting the Wuji Grand Hall, this junior sister suddenly decided to open her mouth. 9th senior sister. Our girl stopped, eyeing her. A smile played on junior sis's face, but her eyes were giving pure Arctic tundra. Senior sister is just so curious. What kind of fated opportunity did you stumble upon in these past 100 years? To form a golden core in just 100 years? Truly unheard of. My 2 senior brothers did it too, but their starting cultivation levels were not like mine. They broke through from late foundation establishment to golden core, and with master's pills and elixirs, not surprising at all. But our girl, she broke through to golden core from peak chi condensation. Basically, she skipped 2 whole cultivation realms. Master truly didn't expect our girl to form her golden core, so he hadn't even bestowed any pills yet. So yeah, in the entire sect, she's the first to form a golden core in a mere 100 years. Our girl calmly replied, oh, just some diligent cultivation, NBD. Junior sis just sneered, flicked her sleeves, and huffed off. And of course, 5th senior brother and 6th senior brother immediately simped after her. Half a year zipped by in the blink of an eye. It's the day of the sect grand competition, and bestie, the 72 peaks are swarming like it's a K-pop concert. Power-up arrays were already circulating around the main arena stage. Below the stage, it was absolutely packed with disciples from all the peaks. Our junior sis drew her lot, and guess what? First match of the day. Her opponent? Just some random outer disciple, mid-foundation establishment realm. Yeah, no surprises there, bestie. Junior sis didn't even have to draw her sword. She just flicked a spell and blasted her opponent right off the arena stage. The crowd below went absolutely wild with cheers. Junior sis stood there, soaking in the glory, her gaze sweeping the crowd until it landed squarely on our girl. Her voice, annoyingly clear, echoed across the entire arena. For the next match, I challenged 9th senior sister, Fu Yao. The entire arena went dead silent, and bestie, every single eyeball in the place swiveled to stare at our girl. And according to the rules, a challenge from a fellow disciple? Absolutely cannot be refused. Our girl, unfazed, met all those stares and slowly, majestically stepped onto the arena stage. Up on the high platform, Master and the elders were seated, watching intently. True monarch Qingmian's face was calm, giving absolutely nothing away. Junior sis drew her sword, its tip aimed straight at our girl. Ninth senior sister, please grace me with your guidance. Before those fake sweet words even finished, Junior sis was already a blur, a streak of light darting forward. The sword tip went straight for the heart. This move was fast, deadly, and scary accurate. Her late foundation establishment spiritual power, she was holding absolutely nothing back. And get this. There was even a crackle of lightning within the sword light. Gasps and shocked exclamations echoed from the crowd below. Our girl stood completely still, letting that sword get within 3 inches of her forehead, before finally raising her hand. No sword drawn, she just extended 2 fingers, calmly pinching the blade.
The sword tip frozen.
Couldn't move another millimeter. Junior Sis's pupils immediately constricted. She tried to pull her sword back, but bestie, that thing was not budging. Our girl finally released her grip, then casually flicked a single finger. The long sword was sent flying out of Junior Sis's hand, embedding itself with a thunk into a pillar at the edge of the arena. Junior Sis stumbled backward, her face as white as a sheet. The entire arena was now utterly silent. You could hear a pin drop. Back on the high platform, one of the elders took a sharp, shocked breath. Golden Core? She only joined the sect 100 years ago. Junior Sis stared at our girl, her eyes absolutely bloodshot with fury. This girlie suddenly threw up her hands, forming a weird seal. Ruer, no! Our senior bro screamed, but it was already too late. The junior sister bit the tip of her tongue, and then spit out a mouthful of essence blood. Ew. In a fine mist of blood, her cultivation aura absolutely erupted. She was forcing a breakthrough, jumping straight into the early golden core realm. What the actual cultivation? Even if it was just early golden core, our junior sister's aura skyrocketed, her hair whipping around her like a dramatic villain. But the backlash from that forced breakthrough, blood started pouring from her 7 orifices. Oof. Below the stage, the disciples were freaking out. She's lost her damn mind. A forced breakthrough like that will shatter her cultivation foundation. Is she really willing to throw away her entire cultivation journey just to win this fight? On the high platform, several elders frowned deeply, casting glances at Qingdian Zhenren. Qingdian Zhenren's face remained utterly calm, like he'd seen it all. Back on the stage, the junior sister wiped blood from the corner of her mouth, her eyes glinting with pure, unhinged madness. Fu Yao, catch these hands. She formed seals with both hands, spiritual energy swirling like a tornado into her palms, condensing into a blood-red long spear. It was the forbidden blood lightning spear. A knowledgeable disciple gasped, "Hold up, where did she even learn that evil cultivation technique?" Your girl just stood there, watching that blood-red spear, not a single ripple in her heart, chill vibes only. The junior sister finished her attack, and the spear left her hand, transforming into a blazing red streak of light that ripped through the air, heading straight for your girl. The spear hadn't even reached me, but its sheer pressure already made the defensive array around the stage tremble violently. I just casually raised my right hand, my fingers loosely clenched, golden light swirling in my palm, condensing into an ancient shimmering shield. A deafening clang echoed through the arena. 2 opposing energies surged, kicking up a blinding cloud of dust. When the dust finally cleared, everyone saw your girl standing there, perfectly still, her shield absolutely pristine. Meanwhile, that fancy blood-red spear shattered into a million tiny pieces. The junior sister stumbled back, spitting out another mouthful of blood. Between the forced breakthrough and the forbidden technique's backlash, her meridians were completely shredded. Yikes. She stared at me with wide, disbelieving eyes, before finally toppling backward. Roar! Senior Bro's figure flashed, and he caught her limp body in his arms. Simp alert. After a quick check, his face went ghost white. Her meridians are all shattered. Her cultivation is completely crippled. He suddenly snapped his head up to glare at me, his eyes practically oozing killing intent. Fu Yao, this was just a spar. How could you be so vicious? You should have just retracted that shield. Your girl replied in the most unbothered tone. Senior Bro, you're so wrong. The junior sister forced a breakthrough and used a forbidden technique. Every single one of her moves was aimed at killing me. Your girl was just defending herself. Where was the vicious in that? Senior Bro was dumbfounded. From the high platform, the law enforcement elder spoke in a deep, serious voice. This match goes to Fu Yao. 2 attendant disciples came forward to carry the junior sister away, but Senior Bro was still clinging to her, refusing to let go. Simp to the max. He turned his head to look at me, speaking each word slowly, deliberately. Law enforcement elder, this disciple wishes to challenge Fu Yao. The entire arena erupted into whispers. A middle golden core challenging an early golden core? This was clearly just an excuse for revenge. The law enforcement elder's brows furrowed. Preposterous. The grand competition has rules. How dare you act so presumptuously? Your girl just gave a small, unbothered smirk. It's fine. If senior brother wants a fight, then this junior sister is more than happy to oblige. I then glanced at sixth senior brother, who looked like he was itching for a piece of the action. Or maybe, sixth senior bro, you want to come up here too? Dead silence. Absolute utter. Even the elders up top were absolutely shook. 2 against 1, and it's 2 mid-stage golden cores ganging up on 1 early-stage golden core? This girl must be absolutely unhinged. Fifth senior brother was so mad he just laughed. Good, truly arrogant. Then sixth senior brother hopped onto the stage, standing right beside fifth senior brother. If ninth junior sister is that confident, he scoffed. We'll humor her, I guess. These two clowns exchanged glances, then simultaneously unleashed their mid-stage golden core pressure. Spiritual energy surged, and the array on the arena floor was practically buckling. Up on the high platform, our master finally spoke. All right, just one word, and this absolutely wild showdown officially became reality. And the result? No surprises here, both of them lost. One got yeeted clean off the stage by yours truly, the other just straight up fainted where they stood. The entire arena went dead silent again. 2 mid-stage golden cores teaming up, got absolutely clapped by 1 early-stage golden core. I calmly sheathed my sword, beaming. This match? Mine. I won. As soon as I said it, the applause was absolutely thunderous. Yes! This is exactly what peak queen energy feels like. So satisfying. Namchin is definitely that girl. Seriously, what even were those girl boss face-slapping novels I used to read? Guess I just wasn't reading enough novels, huh? Meanwhile, on the high platform, Master was silent for a long time. Then he slowly spoke up. When did you break through to nascent soul? His words hit like a bolt of lightning, echoing in everyone's ears. 100-year-old nascent soul? What kind of absolute demon is this? I looked up, meeting his intense gaze. 3 months ago. Well, guess I couldn't hide it from him after all. Master's gaze flickered, a complex emotion swirling within. Very good. Then, he simply stood up and walked away. This grand competition, first place was definitely mine to claim. That night I got summoned to the Grand Hall of Wuji. Inside the hall, besides true monarch Qingyan, there were also 3 ancient white-haired elders. Each of them radiated an aura as deep and vast as the ocean. They were at least late-stage soul transformation, possibly even higher. The elder in the center slowly opened his eyes. His gaze landed squarely on me, like he was trying to dissect my soul. Little girl. He spoke, his voice raspy and ancient. Do you even comprehend what a 100-year-old nascent soul signifies? I respectfully lowered my head. This disciple does not know. The elder chuckled. It means you're the most talented person my Wuji Dao sect has seen in 10,000 years, perhaps even the most gifted individual in this entire world. Uh-oh, these words did not sound like good news. The tallest tree always gets hit by the strongest wind, after all. And just like that, another elder spoke up. Little girl, starting tomorrow, you'll enter the back mountain forbidden ground for closed-door cultivation. You're not allowed out until you reach soul transformation. I snapped my head up, shocked. The back mountain forbidden area, that's where the sect punishes disciples who messed up big time. The spiritual energy there is super thin and the environment? Absolutely brutal. Even worse, it seals ancient demonic entities, and demonic chi leaks out constantly. Regular disciples usually go feral in less than 3 months if they step foot in there. Clearly they want our girl gone, like gone. Master looked at me, eyes flashing with reluctance, but in the end, said nothing. Leaving Wuji Grand Hall, I was escorted back to my humble abode. Outside my door, dedicated disciples standing guard. Looks like our queen is officially under house arrest. Smush. Suddenly the system popped off. The back mountain forbidden area might not be a bad thing, actually. The demonic key there is dense perfect for cultivating demonic arts. Your accumulated points are enough to exchange for a standard grade demonic divine ability. Oh, these ancient sect elders are literally just handing our girl a power-up package. Thanks, bozos. Well then. Just you wait, till I come out of seclusion. I'm coming for all your necks. The system went radio silent. Even the system was like, whoa, chill, queen. Honestly, though, I think you should cultivate the demonic path. The very next day, Master personally brought me to the entrance of the back mountain forbidden area. It was a pitch-black cave, ominous AF. The cave entrance was sealed by layers upon layers of ancient formation arrays. Chilling demonic qi radiated from within the cave, making even bystanders tremble without a shred of cold. Fu, Yao. Master looked at me, hesitated, and finally just sighed. It's just your talent is too OP, I guess. Our girl said nothing, just turned and stepped into the cave. Just you all try to run when I finally come out. The formation array closed behind me, and absolute darkness swallowed everything. Deep within the forbidden area, demonic chi surged like a massive, terrifying tide. I sat cross-legged, circulating the heaven-devouring demonic art. 1,000 years passed in what felt like a single breath. In the absolute darkness and pervasive death, I lost all accurate sense of time. The only thing that remained perfectly clear was the surging power within my body, growing stronger and stronger by the second. The heaven-devouring demonic art had been cultivated to grand completion. Max level, baby! In my Dantian, the nascent soul had long shed its childlike innocence, condensing into a form identical to mine, but with eyes that held pure, unadulterated cruelty. Endless black Tao patterns of the primordial spirit swirled around my body. One day, a thought stirred within me. There were no earth-shattering roars, no world-destroying auras exploding. The grand formation that had imprisoned this place for 1,000 years simply, silently disintegrated and decomposed. Light, after a whole millennium, finally shone upon our girl once more. As I stepped out of the crumbling ruins, my long hair had turned completely white, not from age, but from the demonic art reaching grand completion. Mess! My divine sense enveloped everything, sweeping across the entire sect. The familiar mountains now sported unfamiliar halls and palaces. The cultivators were still there, but their aura, noticeably weaker. Spirit transformation realm and above, barely anyone, major decline Sissus. The mountain-guarding disciples stared at me in absolute horror. Who dares trespass into the forbidden area? Our girl, feeling lazy, took a single step and arrived at the main peak. In the plaza, a grand ceremony was currently underway. A woman in imperial robes sat on a high platform, adorned with a gorgeous headdress. It was none other than my junior sister. To her left and right were 5th senior brother and 6th senior brother. And below the platform, a dense kneeling mass of disciples. Our girl's getting her glow up, or so she thinks. 1,000 years later, she's reached soul transformation, and is now like the sect master. Slay, I guess? Little junior sister. My voice wasn't even loud, but it hit different and silenced the whole crowd. Long time no see, sis. She suddenly snaps her head up. Our eyes meet, and her pupils go dilated. That fancy Rui scepter in her hand, crack. It's you! She stands up, and this raw power like a tsunami just crashes over us. You're still alive? And cue her simp-ass senior brothers, stepping up like human shields. Loyalty goals, I guess? The crowd below is in full meltdown like, the demon lord from the forbidden zone is out? How is it still alive? Quick, get the mountain protection formation up now. Too late, babes, I just raised my hand and poof, palm to claw. That impenetrable formation, the one those soul transformation cultivators teamed up for? Yeah, it just went poof, easy peasy. Arrogant demon lord, they scream, and they're not wrong, TBH. Then, like, more people zoom out from the mountains. 72 local threats converge, forming this massive sword that could legit slice through a Mahayana stage cultivator. Wild. But here's the tea. I'm not the Fujiao they used to know. I literally don't even flinch. Behind me, my demonic chi just goes forming this massive 3-headed 6-armed Dharma idol that's like screaming at the heavens. Iconic. My Dharma idol throws one punch at that giant sword, and just like that, poof, the sword formation shatters, and all 72 main swords, gone. The backlash hits, and these Edelzelds are spewing blood, flying backwards, meridians absolutely ripped. Not a good day for them. That punch lands, and those 2 loyal senior brothers protecting our girl, they're basically just oof, gasping for their last breaths. One single blow. Our little junior sister just realized the massive glow-up I've had compared to her. Her eyes go bloodshot, and she crushes a jade token. Golden light flashes, and suddenly a phantom appears. Uh-oh. It's Master's divine sense, left behind before he ascended.
Master.
This demon lord. She's trying to dismantle your entire cultivation lineage. The phantom figure looks at me, and their expression? It's giving complicated. You actually got out. I just smirk. Gorgeous master, long time no see. The phantom stays silent, then finally lets out this heavy, defeated sigh. When will this cycle of vengeance ever end? Fujiao, just stop. And I'm already raising my hand, totally about to yeet that divine sense into oblivion. Stop what? You're next, bestie. Our little junior sister sees this, and her eyes? They're practically glowing with sheer desperation. She slashes her own wrist, uses her blood as a key, and pulls out this ancient bronze mirror, an immortal artifact, the reincarnation mirror. The mirror light flashes, hitting me, and suddenly, time just stops. System! Burn all my merit. Activate the ultimate cheat code of the heavenly mandate female lead. I want that soul scattered. Wait, she has a system too? Bro, everyone's got a system these days. The mirror light suddenly goes blinding, and OMG, it's packing a tiny punch of heavenly Tao power. Meanwhile, my system in my head just starts cackling. The audacity. Flexing on an actual expert, huh? My system was like, alerts, detecting low-level heavenly Tao subsystem attempting forced interference, executing agreement, initiating counterattack, deducting 101,010 accumulation points, and don't forget that karmic debt, sis. Suddenly in my hand, a long ash-gray saber appears. One swing of the blade, no light, no sound. The glassy barrier shattered, breaking into countless pieces. Our junior sister screams, blood pouring from all 7 orifices, and a nasty crack appears right between her eyebrows. My system, my destiny. She drops to her knees, cultivation plummeting back to foundation establishment, her beautiful face rapidly aging. Our girl walks right up to her. She glares up, eyes burning with absolute unwillingness to accept defeat. But I'm clearly the female lead. Why? I have a system. I'm the chosen daughter of heaven's mandate. Why? Why do I always lose to you? Our queen kneels down and whispers. Too bad for you, honey. I do too. Her eyes widen in shock, the blade flashes, her head rolls, and her soul is utterly extinguished. Our girl stands up, looking at the utter devastation across the mountain. The formation drained all the spiritual energy, trees withered, and the spirit veins broke. This 1,000-year-old sect is now nothing but a desolate wasteland. I put away my blade, then suddenly remember something and ask, Yo, System-kun, you never actually told me what your mission was, did you? It goes silent for a moment. My mission is already complete.
Huh?
To bind with the host and help you become the strongest in this small world. I look at my Mahayana cultivation. Well, guess it is complete. I open my control panel. I want to go to the upper realm. To do what? To do what? Kill Qingyan and those old geezers. The system hesitates. I give a sly smile. System-kun, are you still with me? It sighs. What else can I do? Just gotta stick with you, I guess. The void shatters, tearing open a gaping hole. I burst out laughing. My good master.